Cindy Olin here with Create Your Own Luck in Love, and welcome. So today I am talking about the 3 things that make him see you as the one. I get questions about this all the time from women about what makes a man see you as the one. And it's not what you think. We oftentimes think, in society gives us this message that we have a checklist to do to have someone or a man see you as the one, and that's not it at all. So that's the good news. And you know the number one thing, and then I'm going to dive into the 3 things, but the number one thing that has a man seeing you as different. I cannot talk. Seeing you as different is that it's how you view yourself. It's how you view yourself. So if you view yourself as valuable, if you see the value in yourself, knowing who you are and what you bring to the table, what a catch you are as a woman, it's easier for the right aligned man to see you as the one. So a lot of this has to do with how you view yourself. And I'm, I'm going to talk about the other things, but that is, that's really that's the crux of this. And confidence in knowing what you want. So how you view yourself, confidence in knowing what you want. So what does that look like? Well, you get to be very, very clear. What do I want in partnership? What do I want in a relationship? And what are my values? So I teach something to my clients called what I call the Fabulous 5, which are your 5 absolute must-haves, your 5 non-negotiables. And so that's really important. And then you get to figure out what your needs are in relationship and what your vision is. So these things are super important to know. And also having confidence behind that. So a lot of times, or I don't even want to say a lot of times, but I've seen women, and if this is you, if you're struggling in dating, in relationships, or you find yourself getting to a certain point and it falls apart, or he doesn't like you as much as you like him, or something like that, then you're with somebody that's just not aligned with you, right? And I can get into different things. Yes, men and women sometimes have different speeds within which they truly fall for one another, but here's the key to understand. So know what you want and be confident about that. Oftentimes I'll see if a woman is struggling in love, she's not sharing what she wants. Like if she's, if you're on a dating site or you're out there and you're, meeting people and this conversation comes up, be really confident. Yeah, I'm looking for my life partner. Maybe you want to have kids. I would love to have a child, or I'm looking for my life partner. I see myself getting married. And the unaligned man is going to be like, okay, that's great. I'm glad she knows who she is. She knows what she wants. Here's the thing. Saying that with confidence, without attachment, that he's got to be the one that fulfills that. This is super sexy to a man that has aligned values. Do you see how I keep saying aligned values? It's so true, you guys. So so there's that. Now, um, there's the other things that are so important that have a man, an aligned man, really see you as the one. So the one thing is your awareness of who you are, how you tick, and what are your emotional triggers. So, and I talk about triggers a lot because we oftentimes, when you're dating, your triggers are going to come up, and we oftentimes will project or not be happy with something with a man, and we'll project that trigger onto them rather than owning it. And we get on this, drama roller coaster. And here's the thing, it's okay to get triggered. It's okay to get on that little drama roller coaster. But when you have the awareness, what triggers me? What what is my vision? What do I want in relationship? Why does this trigger me? If you understand what's underneath the trigger, you can self-soothe and not have him try to solve your problem. So a lot of times when we're in a triggered place and we're in that place of, you know, maybe he doesn't call when you think he should call, or says he's going to call, and you get triggered and your mind goes down that pathway, and there's these expectations that come up, then you start to attach onto him that he needs to, you know, make that trigger better when the trigger comes from you. So having awareness is knowing yourself, having awareness of yourself, and being authentic in the fact of just sharing, okay, this is who I am. And I notice sometimes I get triggered by this, or these things really make me happy, and I feel safe. So the thing is for a man to also allow him to show up for you and allow yourself to receive. Receiving is huge in having him see you as the one, because there's so many women out there. Most of us, we can do it on our own, right? You're strong, you're independent, you can earn your own money. You have what you need in life, and many women make more money than men do today. So how do you have him see that? It's asking him to do things for you, like, oh, would you mind, you know, grabbing me a napkin from across the room, when you're drinking, whatever. And he does it, and you're like, oh, thank you so much. You're my hero. You saved me. You provided for me, right? And men love to know that they can provide for you in some way, shape, or form. Their number one jobs are to protect, and provide. And it doesn't always look financial. Maybe he provides you with a lot of humor. Maybe he's a safe place to land. It's having, and this does create a deeper connection with a man, which also creates a deeper trust, which has him see you as the one. So that, recognizing where you are, who you are, what you want, your your triggers, right? Recognizing those things and knowing that it's okay to not be perfect. A lot of times when, women are dating, and this will push men away, is they'll try to cover up their triggers and they come off as inauthentic. And men sense that. Your energy doesn't lie, ladies. Men feel it. So understand that piece. Number two is, so when you have awareness too, I want to also share this with you because this is really important. Um, Knowing who you are, knowing your values, your must-haves. Also, knowing what healthy looks like, having an awareness, what does healthy look like? Because oftentimes, if you're in this place of wanting and you're watching this video and you're going, I really want to be with my guy, I really want to meet the one, sometimes you can be enforcing energy. So you don't want to do that. How many times have you dated someone? I could do a whole video on this, or been in a relationship where you felt like you were always pushing or helping, or in your mind you're thinking, oh wow, if he does this, he'll be the perfect guy and I can help him along, which never ever works, by the way. And that there's usually an unavailability there. So you're trying to push your agenda. So you want to make sure you aren't pushing your agenda, but have awareness with a sense of that of that knowing. Know your triggers. So number two, you've you've committed to inner work and you have emotional intelligence. You have emotional awareness. You are always, you're you're not committed to being right. So emotional intelligence is really knowing your triggers, knowing that you're going to be in a space of calm at times because you've learned how to self-soothe. And you also have the awareness that you're going to get triggered again. So you might go on the roller coaster. And when you're aware of that, the more aware you are of that, and you're not, your inner game isn't beating yourself up, telling yourself you're not enough, or if I would have done this, or maybe if, all, if I would have created the sun, moon, and stars in alignment, this guy would be right for me. It's not the case. I mean, you might have even heard you can't do the wrong thing with the right person. And I believe that if your intentions are pure and you're coming from an authentic place, and oftentimes we're, a lot of women don't come from an authentic place. And this isn't all your fault, ladies, because of all the messaging you get that I need to be a certain way, I need to look a certain way, I need to do something to show up to be that person. And it's not that. It's about being imperfectly perfect. And, acknowledging that. I get triggered. Um, yeah, I got, I'll share this on another live, but I, I got triggered, and I know what happens when I get triggered around certain things. What happens? I go into, I shut down. And why do I shut down? Because I don't feel safe. So then I know in my mind I'm not feeling safe. So how can I soothe myself into feeling safe so that I can then open up and communicate? And I'm not making anyone else wrong. And we can do this in all areas of our life. It's not just men and relationships, right? So next is the so when you have those things, you then are automatically thrust into, you've got a higher level of awareness, and you are detaching from the outcome. So that is super important. A lot of times, as women in dating, we are consistently, because you want what you want. You're goal oriented. You know who you are. You've been successful in other areas of your life doing certain things. So it's you might be pushing your, what it is you want onto somebody else. Like maybe you want the next date, or you want them to call, or those kinds of things. But if you're if you're in that if you're in that place, my little one, um, of pushing, you're you're attached then to your goal, or you're attached to this person being who you think they should be, and you're not actually seeing it for what it is. So you get to remind yourself, hey, these things are going great. I'm not attached to the outcome. And, if you're not in a committed relationship, then you get to continue to date. And don't shut the door on that, especially not too soon. Um, because, and there are certain, you know, are there, are there times where you can do that? Yes. But it is, for this training's sake, and for your sake, especially if you've attracted people that are not available, or you find yourself in the same place in relationship or dating, where it's almost like you're in the same spot again, and you can't believe you got there. um, and if you've been doing the work, it's not like you graduate and it you never get triggered again, or you never get attached again. It's like, oh, I'm attaching to the outcome. So how to detach is to actually take some time with yourself and know that I can provide myself with what I need, and nobody else needs to provide that. Now, it's not that you can't receive, because receiving is a big part of this. And, you know, I got to do more videos on, the give and receive, because oftentimes as women, we start to feel like we need, we owe a man something, or something, you know, we're not worthy of receiving a certain amount, and it blocks it. So you've got to start to think about, what camp am I in? And know that you are your results. You're creating what's happening in your love life. You're creating what's happening in your life, good, bad, and different. Um, if you're in a place where you find yourself in indecision, there's, you know, there could, there's struggle, I'm sure, around your alignment with what you want and what you're attracting in. So get really clear on why. Why is it so important to me to create this relationship? Because if you're not clear on why, you you might be spinning your wheels a lot. Also, too, I just want to let you guys know, because this has everything to do with a training that myself and one of my colleagues are hosting on November 1st. So that is, that's coming up. It's in 11 days. Um, my great friend and colleague Nicole Haley and I are, and I'm going to post a link for this called "Stop Struggling in Love," and the three keys to really shift out of this energy and dive deep and get the, you know, get the results you want in your love life and create it with ease and flow and joy. So I hope to see you there. And let me know, just drop an emoji, a thumbs up. Was this helpful for you? And let me know, what was your biggest takeaway in this video? All right, sending you guys lots of love. I can't wait to see you all soon. Good. And if you are on YouTube, give me a like, a subscribe if you really like this. We'll post the link below to the free training November 1st, 2020. And if you are on Instagram, IGTV, good to see you guys. Also, get the link and sign up for the training. It's going to be awesome. Lots of love to you.